Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you some of the combinations and specific moves so you can just practice those without trying to do the whole choreography. So, the hands where you cross your arms in front, both my fans are closed. I just cross my arms, I bring up my fans, and we're going to flip open. Do that a couple of times. The first one is with a cross turn, so my right foot crosses over my left, and as I'm bringing up, and I look out so I'm bringing this up, and I want this kind of close this time so that we peek out of our fans as we turn to the audience, and all the way around and open. The other one's a little bit bigger movement, where it's just up, around, bring them together, flip open. And of course the backstroke, very simple. We do that closed veil and open veil. The gypsy turn, we're going to do it closed veil and open veil. Arms out like I think we're an A. And we just turn to the front and turn to the front. This is a little tricky move. And then we stop. We're in cabaret position with one foot up in releve, right foot. And then we're going to bring the veils up very close, and they come onto a high V, fans very close together, and then they just drop open. And see, that's a lovely pose. And then we're going to flutter here. And then we briskly bring them open. That wasn't very beautiful, but they usually open up a little bit better than that. Okay, and then let's see, we will do the sultry, then the gypsy turn with open veils, open fans. If you put them perpendicular out to the floor, all we do is bring them down. This veil has to be in front of us so that it'll flow, but it naturally does that as we start to turn. Then when we go the other direction, we just flip our veils and go the other direction. Flip your fans, go the other direction. The sultry sweep is where our fan comes over our head. I'm going to do the other side so you can see better. The fan is open, it's flat, parallel to the floor, I guess, not perpendicular, huh? I'm not good in geometry. Okay. Flat above our heads, and it comes straight over so that the veil makes a ceiling over our head. And do the flutter in front, we have to bring our fan over, and then in order for it to come this way, we have to flip it. So we bring it forward, flipping it forward, and then flutter in front. Sultry sweep, my hand goes flip and bring it forward. And we're going to add a turn on that. So over our head, flip it forward and turn all the way around with a flutter. Over our head, flip it forward and all the way around. Then we're going to do both veils at the same time. Over our head, flip them over and flutter. That's going to be a little trickier to take some practice. Over our head, flip them both that way so they can come across your body. And then it's a simple lift, and of course the flutter. The flutter is a flick of your wrist, flick of my wrist. I'm not moving my arm so much, just my wrist, and we can keep it up in the air. We're going to be doing a flutter with them straight down. And then the ballet turn. That's a lot in the chorus. So the ballet turn, the one veil, so we'll do our right hand first. It's hanging, the veil is hanging down in front. And you see that can go around very beautifully. Now this one, when this is up in the air, if the veil isn't behind it, it won't flow. So we have to flip that one so the veil is behind mind, that veil is in front. And as we turn, the veils flow around us. Now to go the other direction, we have to flip our veils and change our arms. So our arms are just going to change places. This one flips over and it's up here crowning my head. And then the left one goes flat and we flip the veil forward. And now we can go this direction. And we flip, change our arm positions, and forward. Flip, change arm positions, and forward. Flip. Flip. Okay, so practicing that motion of flipping, because we are going to do something called a Sahara, which is basically flipping the veils back and forth, just like that, but facing front, and then we're leaning side to side with the motion. So if we have our veils in the ballet turn position, and we flip, 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 flip. And that's so the veils kind of intermingle with each other. We're not turning around in a circle, they're just going side to side. And that's called the Sahara. We're going to do 4 of those. Okay. A high V. So this is a gypsy turn. If we have our arms up in a high V, in order for the veils to go around us, same thing. This has to be around, and then we're going to be inside the veil. If we want to turn directions, we have to flip them. And then we're inside. And flip. And flip. Okay. And that is most everything, I think. Oh, the very end has a movement kind of like what we did in the beginning where we crossed our arms in front. But this time, we're going to bring our veils up. We're going to keep them so that the veil is on each side of our neck, crosses over, and then we let the hands open. So it's the butterfly pose. And that's how we're going to end. As we're moving in the chorus, it's going to be a low gypsy turn as we travel to our corner. And then we're going to get into a ballet turn. And then we're going to turn. And then we do a figure 8. Okay, so the figure 8. Each fan is drawing a figure 8 on the wall in front of us. So if we have our arm, the motion is in, out, in, around. In, out, in, down, and out. In, out, in, down, and out. And you can see that that's a figure 8. So if we have our fan open, we'll do one arm. In, out, in. In, out, and in, around. In, out, in, around. And the fan is going to be twisting to accommodate that movement. In, out, in, down. In, out, in, down. So both fans, they come in, they go out, they come back in and down. They come in, up, around and in, down and out. In, up, and in and down. In, up and in and down. In, up, in, down. In, up, in. And how you position your fans is how much veil is in front. So we're going to be doing big figure 8s in this routine. In and in. So that's going to be the chorus. So one more, we're going to go over that one little thing about the gypsy turn. So as we're turning and we're in our gypsy turn, and we want to get into the ballet, so we want to start with the left arm. It's going to come up and flip out. And it's very pretty when that happens. And then flip out. Okay, and I think that is all the little nuances of the dance. And Look forward to seeing it all together.